You know what? I guess we're just going live. You know, that's fine. Guys, we haven't missed. Nothing has happened in this third quarter. Absolutely nothing. And I just wanted you guys to know that nothing has happened in this third quarter. And we're live. So, yay, 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 hooray, hooray, hooray. Let's go. Oh, there's a big play finally for a team. Finally a big play for a team. We got a 7-6 score. So who wins in the end, guys? Who wins? Oh, shoot. Steelers. Texans. All right. I think Texans still. Of course, that was what my pick was. But maybe Rodgers and the Steelers offense can get going. It's very reminiscent of the game we saw final week of the season with Ravens Steelers, where it was defensive all game, and all of a sudden, fourth quarter, both teams came alive. So this will be interesting to see. At around the 50, there's a loss of a yard off of the pass by Aaron Rodgers, tackled by Azeez Al-Shire. We are live a little earlier than the fourth here, and we got 2:45 left in the third quarter. This game has been pretty interesting, I'd say. Pretty interesting for sure. Nothing too crazy. Whenever teams start to get it going on offense, the defenses make a play. So it's been a defensive game today. Matt Burke, third season, is Texas defensive coordinator. As Rodgers drops back, looking around, the defensive line is there. He's going to throw just to the line of scrimmage. Barely even there. And that was Will Anderson getting to him. That guy's a monster. Will Anderson, one of the best defensive players in the league. Not just in the AFC, not just in the AFC South, not just on the Texans. This guy is phenomenal. He still gives me nightmares when I watch this guy play. But you know what? Good on him. He's a good player. He's a good player. We got Steelers with one vote here early on in this live stream. But the game's been going on forever. All right. 7-6. Houston went 12-5 this year. Steelers went 10-7. So even though they have the home field advantage, they do not have the record advantage. This is Rodgers absolutely bad. That's a fumble. It'll be recovered back at their own 30. But that was a fumble by Rodgers, forced by Hunter. And that will be a punt now from the Steelers as this defense of Houston continues to wreak absolute havoc. This is a team where their defense alone can win them a game, and that could in turn win them their way maybe to a Super Bowl appearance. That's how good this defense is. Offensively, they're rough, really bad at times, but defensively, not much better in the league. Returned back at the 14, makes one man miss. Here comes Houston, up to just around the 24. Looks like he just wanted to go out of bounds there. And the Houston offense will take the field. Their issue has been their O-line protection. Stroud also forcing things today has been a big issue for the Texans. I guess we're going to go to commercial. You mom, at your mom. What up, at you mom? Your mom. Listen, ASMR. How are you feeling about the game, guys? Exciting. Hello again. Said hi. I say hi back. Underwhelming, maybe. Maybe you think it's underwhelming. I could see that. Pull your hair out. Is that how you feel? Anybody doing that? I'm excited. The playoffs have been great. Every single playoff game, except for that Patriots game last night, has been a one-score game. And it's come down to the absolute wire. Like the last 2-3 minutes. you are stuck to your seat because it is crazy. I sense the same thing here tonight. Ho, 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 ho. Hello, said hi. How are we doing? Iron Man. I'm Iron Man. I'm kidding. I'm going to the restroom, guys. If I miss a play or something, I'm sorry. Welcome. Whoa, we got a lot of votes now. All of a sudden, 7 votes. I got to go to the restroom really, really quick, y'all. I will be right back. Oh, wait. Let's light up the sign so you guys have something to look at. What the? Maybe not. Maybe not. What? Boom. Affleck time. You're watching. All right. What's up, party people? We're in the place to be. 2nd and 10. I did miss a play. I'm so sorry. We're technically not even in the 4th yet. And that's what this live stream is called. So, Joy says, Steelers. Steelers. And their defense continues to play very well. Good defensive play there, stopping Nico Collins. Collins exits the game. If you're a Texans fan, that's not something you want to see at all. Steelers fans, you also don't want to see it, but you'll take it because he is their best wide receiver. So that's the situation there. 2nd and 10, Stroud, 17 for 27, 1 TD, 1 INT, and there's a big fumble. But not recovered by the defense. It's recovered by CJ Stroud. And it is the 3rd quarter right now. Now with a minute left. Big 3rd down coming up. This 3rd quarter has been defensive masterclass by both teams and also offensive masterclass without an M. Masterclass on offense. A lot of fumbling, a lot of bumbling, a lot of goofball looking things, a lot of non-playoff team mistakes from these 2 playoff teams. I kind of expected it from the Steelers. We saw it all year. Stroud and the Texans, though, were really mistake-free for a long time. Stroud steps into one. What a beauty that is. Up the sideline into Steelers territory, and that's Christian Kirk. That's a beauty. When Stroud does that little hop step into a throw, it's kind of a Rodgers-esque thing. Just pass down to these next generation of quarterbacks. You know he's going to complete it. And I mean, good route by Kirk as well. Gets up to about the 40-yard line. And Houston is in business now. But they've been in business a few times when the Steelers have got a turnover on downs or a pick or a fumble. Yada, yada, yada. It's been the story of today. Whenever teams get something good, bam, something bad happens right after. We're going to the 4th quarter. That's the last play of the 3rd quarter. And I'm glad to have you guys here on Affleck Time. We're watching the Steelers at home against the Houston Texans. It is 7-6. 1 quarter remaining. 1 quarter. And 1 quarter remaining for one of these teams' seasons. Only 1 quarter for one of these teams' seasons. So we will see about that. Like the video if you're new here, or if you're old and returning. Subscribe to the channel if you've never seen the channel. If you want to know why, I don't know why. Just do it. 8 votes. Wow, not many Texans at all. Not many. Where are the Houston fans? Not on my channel, probably because I'm a Colts guy. But I really respect the Texans. I do. And I've watched them multiple times this year. They're very talented, and I have a lot of respect for them. I even picked them to win this game. Let's dust off the... Hold on. Playoff predictions. This game, I predicted Texans 20, Pittsburgh 16. Right now, it's 7-6. So maybe that score is not looking great, but I did have Houston beating Pittsburgh. On the time so far, I've only gotten one wrong. I did have Bills beating Jags 28-26. Wasn't too far off there. Patriots beating the Chargers 27-10. That's kind of how it felt, but Chargers kept it closer than that. On the other side, Panthers, Rams, I had Rams winning 28-14. Panthers kept it way closer than that. Shout out to them. I had Bears winning against Packers 24-23. Close game. Wasn't exactly like that. And then Niners, I had losing to the Eagles 17-13. That was the one I got wrong. That's the one I got wrong. Was Eagles beating the Niners. That did not happen. Which means my NFC is kind of screwed because I had NFC Championship Rams Bears. That can't happen now because now Bears and Rams are going to play this round. So I guess whoever wins that Bears-Rams game, to me, is going to the Super Bowl. Steelers 13, Texans 10. Ooh. It's an interesting prediction going into the fourth. I could see it. Thinking a touchdown from the Steelers and only a field goal from Houston. We will see Houston obviously already close to field goal range here starting the quarter. On the other side, though, we are almost flawless. And if I continue to be flawless, it'll be Patriots-Texans next week and Denver-Bills. Actually, Denver-Bills is already confirmed. That'll be a very good game. Denver versus Buffalo. Very interesting game. All right, 1st and 10 here. Let's see what happens. CJ Stroud hands it off. This is going to be a run play up the middle for about 2 yards, but there is yellow laundry on the field. Good sign for Pittsburgh. That'll be a hold on the offense, 10-yard penalty. Houston will have to have a longer first down and 20. Again, winner of this game plays the Patriots. I think Texans have a better chance against the Patriots than the Steelers, but either one could beat them. I don't think the Patriots are that great. They did not super duper impress me even against the Chargers. Chargers were never that great to me to begin with. All right, 1st and 20. They're going to run it anyways, and they're going to gain about 6 yards, 2nd and 14. That's a way to get some of that yardage back. And Nico Collins is getting carded. Is this right? Nico Collins carded. 2-time Pro Bowler. 5th season. I mean, and he has been phenomenal. These last 2 seasons, 2-time Pro Bowler, he has been phenomenal for them. And I know, he just ate their, I mean, that was bad. Wow. Towel over his head. Nico Collins, wide receiver 1 for Houston, is out. They do have other weapons, and I'm sure they intend to use them, but that is a big missing piece now going forward here for Houston. Stroud will look around, make a read, and it's going to be Kirk here again. He'll make it about 3rd and 5, maybe 3rd and 6. Bills win against Broncos, to be honest. They're the worst first seed ever. And Texans win today and then win against Patriots. And then I don't care which one wins, either Bills or Texans. Did you watch my video? Bro's reading my mind. I literally have Bills beating Denver. And I also have Texans winning this game and beating the Patriots. I actually 100% agree with that comment. Good ball knowledge, in my opinion. I 100% agree with what you're saying. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Texans need to somehow come up with a win against this gnarly Steelers defense without their wide receiver 1. Here is CJ Stroud dropping back, throwing. It is incomplete. Turning late for the ball. I don't know who it was, but that DB made a great play. This is going to be a field goal, a long one for Houston. And Steelers still very much alive in this game. Is that Hendricks? This might be like the wide receiver 5. And it was Porter out there. Is that Joey Porter, I think? Pretty sure that's his name. Porter's good, though. Good cornerback for the Steelers. Ka'imi Fairbairn with a 51-yard attempt. He has 44 field goals this season. 51-yarder is up, and it is pure. That's a good kick. It's a very good kick by Kaimi. He's a very good kicker. And they're up 10-6 over Pittsburgh. So Houston leads by 4. Coming up, Aaron Rodgers, the legendary Hall of Famer, looking to take his team on a drive right here. And it's going to be hard. This Houston defense. I was watching the Manning cast earlier, as I do when it's Monday, right? Wait, Seahawks win against Niners. Bears win against Rams. I hate Rams, so I'll be happy the Seahawks win against them. And then, to be honest, I think Seahawks will win it all. See, I had the Bills winning it all because I'm stupid, and they don't look near a Super Bowl contender, in my opinion, anymore. But I guess I have them winning. I had them playing the Rams and winning. I had Rams-Bears NFC Championship, where I had the Rams beating the Bears. I have Bears beating Eagles, but obviously that's not the battle anymore. So the NFC Championship I had is actually the NFC Divisional. I had Seahawks-Rams on top. I had Rams beating Seahawks. But instead, the Seahawks will be playing Niners. I agree with you then. Seahawks will win. And that means that I would think Rams. We will see. I can't have Rams after what they did to the Bengals. Right. I get it. For me, they're just very, very talented. They have a really solid team. They know how to come back late. I will tell you, though, after the way the Rams played, after the way the Niners are injured and kind of struggle, honestly, Bears and Seahawks, I could see advancement of Seahawks and advancement of Bears. And then I could see Bears, Seahawks win the NFC Championship. Whoever wins that might just go and win the Super Bowl. Because the AFC, as we're seeing these two teams kind of struggle, AFC just looks weaker when it comes to both sides of the ball. I don't think there's an as complete team. I think the Jags, truthfully, who just lost, were probably the most complete team in all three phases in the entire AFC. Okay? So once they went down, then you have Patriots, who were okay at all three phases. Bills, good in one phase, bad in the other phase, okay in the other phase. Denver, who's okay, good, and okay. And then you have whoever wins this game, where they're okay. I mean, that has been very mid, both these teams to me today. So to me, the AFC just doesn't have a team that pops out like, oh, this team's going to win the Super Bowl. I didn't think that pre the playoffs. I was like, all right, there's going to be a team who's going to come alive. And it looked like the Jags, but once they lost, maybe it is still the Bills because they were able to take down such a tough opponent. I guess we'll see. Stafford's a beast. Here's a return by the Steelers. It's a good one. Up to the 32-yard line. But when I look at these teams in the NFC, look at this. This postseason, 5 games. There have been 12 lead changes in the fourth quarter, 4 game-winning touchdowns in the final 3 minutes, 4 comeback wins in the final 3 minutes. Almost in a single postseason all time. That's insane. It is the wild card round, and it has been wild. I'll say my one hot take, truthfully, is I just don't think Seahawks or Denver does it. I don't think it's the one seed out of either conference that does it. This is going to be a handoff. It's a Kenneth Gainwell. It is Kenneth Gainwell with about an 11-yard rush there for the Steelers. That's a big one as they keep it moving. We're under 13 minutes now in the game as we are in the fourth quarter. Divisional round times and networks announced after game. That's cool. We will have divisional round coverage probably of 1 or 2 games next weekend. Sorry I kind of dropped the ball and only am doing this game this weekend. We had a ton of crazy wildcard games, but I had to watch a lot of the crazy ones with my people here, especially that Bears-Packers one. Would have loved to have been live with you guys, but had to watch it with the Bears fans that I live with. Here is Rodgers chucking it deep down the field. It is! Did he catch it? There's no way. Did he? Calvin Austin. They're going to say it's incomplete. Bengals go 11-6, win AFC North. Go against Broncos first round, win against them as a 5 seed, and go all the way to the AFC Championship against Bills, win by field goal, and lose the Super Bowl. This is next year? No. Your team is not that good, buddy. I'm sorry. I hate to be a hater here. I really do. Your final game of the season, you lost to the Browns. That's an incomplete pass, by the way. You might sneak into the playoffs as a wild card, but Bengals got a lot of work to do, and you got to keep Burrow happy and Jamar happy, and both of them seem very unhappy. This will be a loss of 3 or 4 yards there. It'll be 3rd and 14. This is if we get a defense chill. It's a lot of work, dude, and it's hard to turn a team around in one season. It can happen. It can happen. Obviously, Bears last year to this year went, what, from 5 wins to 11 wins. Patriots went from 5 wins to 14 wins. And I would say that's anchored by both of those teams' defenses, but I'd really say it's anchored by QB play, by healthy QB play. Burrow struggles to stay healthy with such a bad line. You have bad defense and you have a bad line. That's 2 things you got to fix. Rodgers is swallowed. Talk about it. Oh, that's a ball out too. Oh my God, he picked it up. Nobody's touching him. Big man going all the way. Houston scores a touchdown. 16-6. Nobody's looking at him. Ball was just laying on the ground. Steelers fall asleep. And it's 16-6, just like that with 11 minutes left. Oh my, oh me, oh my, folks. Oh me, oh my. Oh me, oh my. Houston doing it on their defense. Scores a touchdown on their defense, which, again, is their anchor. If they are able to play elite defense all playoffs long, they are one of these top defenses we've already ever seen where they could get to the Super Bowl, right? I mean, just way to get in there and smart to grab it. The guy who's up grabbing it instead of just recovering it on the ground. I mean, they just assaulted Rodgers. This O-line, you got to be better than that. Humongous turn of events there, and it's looking to be an 11-point lead for Houston, 17-6 with 11:23 left. And it's starting to be clock hit 0 time for Steelers if they can't do anything this next drive. That was 3 straight plays of Texans just murdering the O-line of Pittsburgh. They got to find a way to keep Rodgers back there upright. I get that it's hard. Trust me, I watched this Texans team play the Colts twice. I know how good this Houston defense is. How is the game, bro? I mean, it's getting more interesting, more better, but man, this Houston defense is a monster. They didn't really know where the ball was. And Rankins, big boy, just took it. Show the game? Nah, I can't do that, bro. Can't do that, bro. Copyright, copyright, copyright. I need my YouTube channel to survive. No, I'm kidding. I don't make no money. But they would take down my channel, and I have thousands of videos. I don't have thousands. I have 1.6 thousand videos. Is that right? 1.7 thousand videos? Can't get it taken all away, man. Here is the kickoff. Pittsburgh way back at about the 10. They're going to return this Kenneth Gainwell. Gainwell looking for a big return. Hurdles the guy. Gets up to the 30. He's still going up to the 33-yard line. I get it. Thank you, bro. I respect that. Retire old man Joe Flacco is better than you. We learned that the first time we went against y'all and put Bill. What is he talking about? Are you talking about Steelers? Retired Joe Flacco beat Steelers? He did, though. I remember that game. That game feels so long ago. This season has felt like 5 different parts. Like, this has been a long season. Because when I think back to the beginning and then how it kind of transpired, of course, being a Colts fan, first half of the season, my God, yeah, we're going to make the playoffs. Finally, I just want to make the playoffs. To then the second half where I wanted to cry. Here's a huge pass deep down the field, incomplete to Freiermuth. He was open. There was a little bit of hand fighting, but nothing there. This season felt long, sometimes too long. Once we started losing, I knew we weren't going to stop losing. Rodgers, age 42. D'Amico Ryans, coach for the Texans, 41. Interesting age comparison there. I get it, though. We had a quarterback who was older than 13 head coaches. Or was it 8? Was it 8 head coaches? Maybe not 13. Maybe it was 8. Might have been 8, but still, a lot of them. Rodgers throws it. Ooh, that's going to be completed, though, for a gain of about 3 or 4 as he's Alshire. What a hitter. That guy hits hard. Bengals versus Steelers the first time this year was the Grandpa Bowl, and guess who won? You guys. I remember the game. I'm just saying it feels like it was 80 years ago. Rodgers launching. What a completion to Pat Fryermuth. Great throw and a great catch by Muth. And there's a flag down, though, which will affect things, I think, guys. Let's listen in. 12 men on the field for Houston. Wow. 12 men on defense. Whoa. You had 12 men on defense and you still couldn't stop them. I'll be back. All right, you're good. Look at this 17 votes. Steelers, Texans, we got a 50-50. This game has felt 50-50, starting to sway Houston's way. And as soon as it does, Steelers start get going. That's been the playoffs this season, though. That has been the playoffs, at least this first round. It has been one way and then the other. I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you one way or another. Sorry. Okay. All right, 10:30 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Rodgers looking around. Rodgers looking to run. Did he lose the football? No, oh my God. Sorry, I thought he did. Rodgers, I mean, it's hard. He's not as mobile, not nearly as mobile as he once was. Of course, after the tear that he had with New York. And then coming back and now just being older, he really can't move like he used to at all. So, and he also tripped up. So, everything there was unfortunate for Rodgers. I wonder what Rodgers is saying there to the ref. I don't know. Please protect me. These guys are hurting me. I'm hurting. Might be what he's saying. Rodgers drops back, looking. Now he's moving. Now he's throwing a rocket that is incomplete to DK Metcalf. And I mean, is there a little bit of chemistry loss there because of DK missing a couple games because he punched a fan? You wonder, right? You wonder. Because, I mean, he was probably practicing with the team, sure, but it's, I don't know, where is the focus for some of these guys on the Steelers team? That has always concerned me, distractions and everything. And this Houston team is hungry, and it's really hard to beat a hungry team, especially when they're hungry on defense. And listen, I don't like this Texans team, but I do have a lot of respect for their game. But again, I do not like these guys at all. That's going to be a tip, incomplete pass. 4th and 13. Now with 9:36, you got to kick it back. If this was maybe 7.5, you wouldn't kick it back. But with 9:36, you got to trust that your defense can do something. They've done something all game. Offensively, though, this is a train wreck for Rodgers and the Steelers. Autry was able to slap the ball. Former Colt, Denico Autry. Here's the kickoff. The punt off, really. And it'll be fair caught at around the 13. So Steelers are down 11 and got to play defense again. They've been doing great on defense. The problem is Texans have done greater as they have also scored a touchdown on defense. That touchdown made it from a 4-point game to an 11-point game. Rodgers is uncomfortable in the pocket, and this game is close to striking midnight. Close to striking midnight for sure. But if we know anything about these playoffs so far, and we've talked about it, this game's far from over, right? Or is this going to be like Chargers Patriots where, it's not close to over, but it kind of was over. We just, we're kind of trying to trick ourselves, right? Watching the game. Oh, it's not over. Yeah, it was over. Come on now. I'm gonna get you one way or another. I'm gonna get you. All right, hold on. One sec, y'all. Hold on. Oh my gosh. part one. Dr. Pepper time. Ooh, it's Dr. Pepper time. Peanut butter Dr. Pepper time. I'm kidding. Peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time. Where ya? Where ya? Where ya? Where ya? We are in Pittsburgh, Acrisure Stadium. It's Heinz Field. To me, it's Heinz Field. You know, in Batman, they actually recorded at this stadium. The Uncanny X-Men Part 1. Oh, it starts with the homie Angel. Okay, that's tough. That's my guy. That's my guy. Okay. Oh! Oh, shoot. What up, guys? Sorry about that. Sorry about that, guys. 19 votes. And now we got a little bit of a Steelers percentage boost here. As Houston gains 2, Steelers are stopping that, though. If Houston's able to finally string together some offense, they will win this game. If they cannot, Steelers still got a shot. That's the situation we're in. I'm gonna get you one way or another. One way or another. I said one way or another. Shroud throws. That's going to be completed just enough for a first down. Good play by Houston as they continue to run this clock now. We are under 8:40 going in the game. Hello, Ashley M2H60. Welcome back. Here's the run by Woody Marks. He's going to get stopped, but then find a way to stumble for 2 or 3. That is what great teams do. I talk about it for the Hoosiers all the time in college. If you've been in here for my Hoosier lives, of course. Where a defense especially, is going to be PO'd when they stop you at the line of scrimmage and you get 2 yards. They stop you for 1 yard and you get 4 yards. That type of stuff. You make me happy. Thank you so much. I try to do my best at making people happy and laugh and feel good. That is what Affleck time is about. It really is, though. And it's also because it's my time. I am Affleck, and I am time. All right, folks. 2nd and 8. Houston in a bunch formation here to run. It's going to be Marks running, finding his way for 3 yards. It'll be 3rd and 5 with 7:20 remaining. This is the most important play of the game to this point. If Steelers get off the field here, they still got a fighting chance. You know, shout out to another part of Pennsylvania, but it would have to be like Philly and Rocky for them to come back. On the other hand, if Houston gets a first down here, thank you. It'd be over. I think. I think you could probably say it's over. So we will see what Pittsburgh is able to do defensively, or CJ Stroud is able to do offensively as Kirk gets a first down to the 40, 45, up to the 50, 45, up to the other 40. He's still going rumbling to the 35-yard line, and into field goal range goes Houston. The worst that can happen now is they give the ball back up 14. Wow. So happy. I love the Bears. W Strike Daddy. I know got a ton of Bears fans throughout my time here on the channel. Go watch my video about the Bears if you have not, called we need to have a serious conversation about the Bears. I think I say some good things in there that maybe some people aren't realizing in different stuff, but Bears are for real. They are serious, and they are number 3, and most importantly, a Super Bowl contender. Not pretender. I know a lot of people probably coming in thought they were a pretender. First half, they might have looked like it, but second half, they showed everybody why they're a team that is dangerous. Nobody wants to play the Bears right now. I'm telling you right now, the Rams do not want to line up against the Bears. They do, but they're injured. I will tell you, as the injuries piled up in that first half, and they were down by 18, they still fought through the injuries and found a way to stop the Packers and win in the second half. So I would argue, no, they have enough to get there. Now, do they have enough to win it when they get there? whatever, whatever. I mean, maybe not. But when I say Super Bowl contender, I mean getting to the game. And getting to the game in itself is a humongous accomplishment for a team that last year was on nobody's radar to even make the playoffs. And this year, get Ben Johnson, get Caleb Williams looking good, man. Thank you, Ben. Get Ben Johnson, get Caleb Williams going and in the right organization there. And they really, really turned it around. They turned it around. 3rd and 3 here. This is your ball game. This is your ball game. Steelers don't get it stopped here. They're going to have to start using timeouts, and it might be death o'clock for Pittsburgh. Texans get a first down. Call it over. 2 seconds left here on this. They're going to have to hand the ball off. Mark's going to get an easy first down and more up to the 21. Folks, time left, 4:28. There's a flag, however. It's offsides on the Steelers. It's going to stand as a first down. 4:28 remaining. Another first down just ends the game completely. But right now, best that could happen is the Steelers could get the ball back with like a minute 40, down 14. Yeah, we're not looking at a good situation if you're a Pittsburgh fan here. This game's completely over. Almost impossible for Pittsburgh to come back from this. I'm trying to say that too. I just always want to creak the door open because anything can happen in football. We've seen it. We've seen it happen this year with onside kicks and crazy stuff. So they're going to lose a yard, 4:24. I wonder if they're going to use a timeout yet. Pittsburgh's not. They're going to let this clock run. It'll run down to 3:40. Interesting. Too many mistakes by Pittsburgh. And also a lot of greatness on that defense for Houston. And that's what's led us to this point, if you are wondering. Say 67. There you go. 25 votes. A lot of Houston came in. A lot of Houston votes came in late. At one point, it was like 53-47 favoring Pittsburgh. Look at this run. 4 yards to go now on 3rd down. That was a good run. 3rd and 4. There's a flag, however. It's a big deal. If this is on Houston, the clock will stay stopped.
Get the call from Craig Rolstad and then talk Rodgers and Tomlin.
100%. And Stroud is usually above average, so tells you a lot.
Face mask, defense number 51. Goes half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
That's the game. That's the game, folks. At 3:43, half the distance to the goal, bad penalty. That's things that lose you games. Yeah, I have Texans in my AFC Championship, right? Their next matchup is going to be against the Patriots. We can start talking about that. Pats aren't as good as everybody's talking about. They struggled with the Chargers defense. Everybody's talking about, oh, it's one of the best. Yeah, it's one of the best statistically, but does it strike fear? Does it do any of these other things? I don't think so. Texans are legit. I had Bears versus Pats. Super Bowl? I don't fully disagree. I think the Bears can run it out. I don't think this Pats team is as good as anybody thinks. And that's no offense to you. It's no offense to the media. I get it. When you look at this team, they might pass the eye test to a lot of guys. I'm going to tell you it like I said it about Georgia in college football. There's something underlying about the Pats that is going to be a disaster and will kill them in a big game. That's what the Patriots are. They're like Georgia this year where, yeah, they got through a lot of whatever the crap and they beat some good teams, but they haven't beaten the best teams. And now that they're going to have to face the best teams, a team like Houston who runs into the end zone to kind of run up the score here, they're going to be up 23-6 and they just put Pittsburgh to bed. He's high-fiving Pittsburgh fans. It's kind of disrespectful. But look, this Houston team is serious. Like, to me, they are serious. I told people coming into the playoffs, Texans and Jags both out of the AFC South. And this isn't just me being a South for lifer because, it's my division. Truthfully, people will go and root for their division because they're in it is kind of stupid stuff to me because it's like, you didn't make it. You know what I mean? Like, when it would be bowl season, me being an Indiana guy forever, and people would be like, Luke, who are you rooting for here, Iowa or TCU? Well, sometimes I'd say TCU. People would be like, why aren't you rooting for your Big Ten? I don't give a crap about the Big Ten. I give a crap about IU. You know what I mean? So, I want to root for the team that represents the Big Ten. So I want to root for the team that represents the AFC South. That is sadly not happening. You said Mixon, they need him? They need Mixon? Woody Marks is a beast. Have you watched this Houston team? Marks is a dog. Whew. Yeah, a rough, cold take in my opinion. Cold take. I mean, hot take. But I'm just saying it's, yeah, hot take. Burning to me. Texans, yeah, I have, but double touches. Look at this. Woody Marks. Do you just see that stat? First guy since Cam Akers to have 100 plus rushing yards, I think, in his rookie debut of the run, whatever. Do you remember what Cam Akers did? I think you remember that. That was Rams Super Bowl year. Rams Super Bowl year. Marks is good. You mix it up. That's fair. That's fair. I don't think it really matters if this Houston offense, now they need Collins back. They need Nico Collins. If he stays injured, it's going to be really bad. We have an 18-point game here. Steelers going to run it back. None of this really matters. This is all window dressing, right? Or whatever they say. One season at Booty College and then 2 seasons at Cal. And, he's probably, when it's all said and done, going to be the second best quarterback to ever come out who played at Cal, because Mendoza's coming out and he played at Cal. So, sorry, Rodgers. Anyway, I'm making jokes. But they need Nico back, for sure. It can get dangerous, and it can get stale. I understand it. Obviously, being a Colts guy with JT this year, it got stale, it got predictable, and it got sniffed out. I will say, though, if they are able to have the mix with Nico Collins and Stover and Schultz, which are their tight ends, and Christian Kirk can play like he did once Nico went out, if they can stay like that, they'll be good. Lego Black White. Black YouTube. Hey, how's it going? What is up? Lego? I like Lego. Big Lego fan? Lego! Let's look at my Legos, guys. We got my Legos over there. You guys like them? Hold on. Look, we got Minecraft up there by the Colts. We have, if you look over, a small Millennium Falcon somewhere. And then we have the, if you look across from the Colts hat down there, we have Guardians of the Galaxy. Well, going to watch the first 48 since we already watching Murder. Sorry to Joy, Steelers fan in the chat here. Your team did well enough to get to the playoffs, get to the first round, and lose, which has kind of been their MO the past how many years? There's going to be conversations coming out of Pittsburgh as soon as this one's over. It'll be interesting to see what it says. Bears, Patriots, Super Bowl. Rematch 40 years in the making. Pats will win to celebrate 250th birthday of America. Patriots will not be in the AFC Championship. I think the Bears might be in the NFC Championship, however. Nice. I'm rooting for the Texans since they're the last team in the AFC South. I'm a Titans fan. Oh, welcome, Titans fan. I'm a Colts guy, as you could tell when I showed that. Titans, rough place right now. Obviously, we're running the division for a little bit there, but not as much anymore. We are on a 4th and 5. It is an 18-point game. It's not fully over. I will continue to commentate this. Sorry to kind of get off track here. Rodgers looking to maybe deliver a couple touchdown throws or something to kind of make himself look even better, or a pick to the Texans. That's bad. This might go back to the crib, guys. Houston throwing a guy out, getting into the end zone. It's 30-6, and I think people might already be home as Pittsburgh is getting stomped late. A team that snuck in by winning their final game. They had a lot of issues that last week. I had mentioned them during the live stream, and they've come to bite them. This Houston team is a missile on defense. They're a buzzsaw on defense. They are dangerous to play. And offensively, they just have to do enough to survive. Did he keep his feet in here is going to be the interesting thing. Parsons being hurt. Packers win, to be honest, but they did sell. Packers with Parsons could have made it really far, but I don't care. Injuries happen. If injuries didn't happen, Colts maybe make the playoffs. So we can play what ifs about crap and fucking injuries. Sorry, watch my language. all day. But you see teams like Niners who haven't had their best linebacker all year, one of the best at his position, really all time, and they've been able to make it to the divisional, and they were able to make it in the playoffs pretty far with injuries all the time. So I never want to hear anything about injuries. Good organizations always make plays and make guys step up, and they do well. So yeah, it sucks for them. Everybody gets injured. Man, if Daniel Jones didn't get injured, y'all could have had the division. I actually don't agree. Now, let me tell you why. 2 games before he got injured, I said we were not going to win another game that year. That's before he was injured and out for the season. He was already injured because they didn't want to play their backup. So no, Colts were going to lose out or maybe win one more game, go 9-8, but they were going to miss the playoffs regardless. The team fell apart and had no good looking things there towards the end. The defense was too bad. It didn't matter if Jones went out and threw 5 touchdowns a game. Steelers are like a bipolar girlfriend. You never know which one you're going to get. Oof. Ain't that the truth? Is this a missed kick? What the hell? Kicks it very low. And it's 30-6 instead of 31-6. So someone check his betting app because that's a really weird miss. Jags did go on a crazy run too. Lawrence became a beast. I actually like the Jags team overall in 3 phases more than I like Houston. But Houston is going to make it farther because they're playing a worse team. Phillips surprised me, to be honest. He looked comp. Oh, yeah. Rivers, great. Played great. Defense, sold. And that defense was going to sell no matter what. And you could say, well, Luke, they were injured. And I hate it. I hate to say it. And also, if you're getting all these guys injured, what's going on with your training staff, your equipment staff, and everything? So you got to think about that sometimes. But injuries happen. It's a part of the sport. We have a very interesting looking next round, guys. We're going to have Bills, Broncos. We're going to have Patriots, Texans. We're going to have Rams, Bears. We're going to have Seahawks, Niners. If Ravens won Week 18, it would be slightly different. It would probably be 24-17 Houston. I don't think a lot of people realize how bad, this is no offense, the Steelers' division was this year, but it was very, very bad. And it being very bad is kind of what led the Steelers to be a 10-7 playoff team, where 10-7 is, I mean, look, this Steelers team beat the Colts back when the Colts were still competitive. So let's not act like Steelers didn't have good wins, big wins. But there was always cracks inside of the formula. So yeah. No, even if those guys injured, the Colts defense scheme has always been good, putting guys in good places. But wow, no. Lou Anarumo started running Gus Bradley Jr. type things and started running zone defenses for like 60 minutes. So we just regressed. Texans defense might be top 10 all time. They look like it at times. They really do. They are so fierce. Reminder, remember they sacked Allen like 6 times in the Bills. So if it does become Bills, Texans, how are they going to fare again if that happens, right? And if they were doing that to the Bills, how are they going to treat Drake May? Drake May looked very, very stressed for a whole half against the Chargers. He really locked in that second half. But I think it's going to be hell for him for 4 quarters when he plays the Texans. And I think the Broncos coming up, are a little bit fraudulent too. I think Bills and I think Allen are going to really be thinking they're playing with house money. I think they find a way to win. On the other side, Rams, Bears, I don't really got something there for you right now. And I really don't have anything for you for San Fran Seahawks. So wait for predictions later in the week. We might do 2 videos, one with the AFC Divisional, one with the NFC Divisional. So we'll have 2 times the predictions, 2 videos. Because they're huge games, so I don't want to just predict all of them at one time. Bills versus Pats, AFC Championship. That would be fun. That would be fun. Little rematch there. The guy who's been trying to do it versus the young gun and Drake May. It's possible. May's good. Very good. And he's very get it done, right? But what he really doesn't give me, in my opinion, is someone who's a killer, who's going to chuck it down the field, do all these crazy things. And it's good to be a game manager. You can win in this league as a game manager, right? There's elite game managers who have won Super Bowls. Hurts last year was an elite game manager. And obviously won the Super Bowl because of his defense being so good and because all he had to do was manage the game. Once the team became a little worse, he wasn't able to win the games. So, yeah. Pats versus Broncos. Oh, my God. All QBs injured. Emergency quarterbacks. Tom Brady and Peyton Manning come into crazy dream scenario, maybe. All right, folks. I'm done. I'm done here. Steelers were done playing halfway through the fourth quarter. So, Pittsburgh season's over. Texans season continues. A lot of Colts fans were hate watching them. I wasn't really hate watching any of these games other than the Patriots. I really do dislike the Patriots, so don't get me wrong. When I talk bad about those, you could say I'm a little biased. But at the same time, they do not blow me away. And until that happens, I guess you can keep saying I'm a hater, whatever, because I technically am. Once they lose, people will be like, wow, I think he was right, but we'll see. I will make division championship predictions this week. I will make IU Miami predictions this week. We will be live for the Natty in 1 week's time. We'll actually still be live because I think that game's at 7:30. That game will be probably late in the fourth quarter. We might be celebrating like crazy. In 1 week time exactly, we could be celebrating a Hoosier National Championship. Wouldn't that be fun? Steelers are going to lose here by a lot. Texans going to win by a lot. Thank you all for watching. I enjoyed having you guys in. And y'all are the best. Affleck Time will return in Avengers Doomsday. So, will we be crying? I don't know yet if I will be crying for the Hoosiers game. It's possible, very possible. I got really close during the Big Ten Championship. Being there, obviously, around the people and everything. There was tears being shed. I got close. I got teary-eyed, I'll tell you that, right? Where, like, they well up. I got welled up. No water fell. No water fell. I might look like Nick Sirianni before the Super Bowl, where he, like, blinks and it's all the way down. Right? I might look like that. You'll cry for sure. I will probably cry. Okay? To see a championship in this magnitude, and also with what we've been through in Indiana sports-wise, I will probably cry. So, I guess come see me in a week to see Luke cry. Tyler might feature. Who knows? That guy's kind of inconsistent. I love you guys so much. Affleck Time for the final time of this weekend is out. Go watch my short form content. Go watch my videos. And there will be a lot of them sprinkled across the week. I'm out, bro. I'm embarrassed. All right. Sell your soul or bad luck for life. Goodbye. Well-deserved cry. I agree. Thank you all for coming in. Much love. Affleck Time is out. Bye-bye.